Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday to you, and welcome back to my friend Terri Suzuki from Kigaroo Spiritual Journeys. I have missed you, and I'm happy to have you back.
Thank you, Aley. I am happy to be back too.
Well, good, good. Yes, just in time for granddaughter graduation,
Yeah,
high school
yeah,
graduation. I think that's so wonderful. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah. I cannot believe it's gone so fast. She was just a baby yesterday. Just a
yesterday.
baby.
Well, wasn't your daughter also a baby yesterday? I mean, it seems that way.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that feels because you had to mother them, which is work, and
Yeah, that's
so that doesn't feel as fast. But boy, this one feels fast.
well, is it true? Because I don't have grandchildren. Is it true that it's easier, much easier with grandchildren? You don't have to the
It is
responsibility.
easier.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah, I
it is
thought so.
easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
That
I'm not fully responsible for
right.
their entire lives. So
Which makes it really nice, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we've already got some people here and we're happy to have them. And we are simulcasting on Terry's channel as well. We have Rising Phoenix and Edward Kenneth and Play Love Remember, Rachel, Brenda T. Imagine. Hello, Garnet from the UK. We have Connie Epley. And yeah, welcome back from your journey. Yeah.
Thank you, Edward.
Yeah. You have one that's 22
I
years
do.
young, Clay. Good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you. Yeah. Julianne. And we have a Mary. And a special hello to you, Terry, from
Hi,
Garnet.
Garnet.
Yeah.
Nice
And
to
Anna
see
Greenwich. Yeah. Oh, it's so
you.
nice to be here. It's nice to be here with
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah. So Terry came back, what, 2 weeks ago now? I'm thinking. Is that
I
right?
want to say 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Oh, it was. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to
But,
take a week to
oh,
recover
yeah.
from jet lag, and then
Uh,
you know just
yeah.
still acclimate. What I've actually had a hard time with this time was that Japan is so nice. I mean, people are nice. They probably are
People are
thinking
nice.
bad things, but they're acting differently. And so it was kind of a
Mhm.
shock to suddenly come in to the United States. And even just at the airport, there was so much ugliness between people. I was like, wow, I can't believe people just said that out loud. But
Yeah, yeah. The permission was granted, and unfortunately, those people that engaged in those types of things are enjoying it. And so they're just, yeah, it's very sad. It is
Mhm.
truly very sad. Oh,
No,
thanks, Julianne, for
thank you,
subscribing to
Julie.
Terry. Yeah. And
Yeah.
hello to Sonia Claiborne. Nice to see you, dear. And Connie Epley is here. So uh, later on in the month, Terry and I are going to be doing a really hopefully fun, we're planning on it right now, a discussion about things in Japan, some things in Japan. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that, and I'm looking forward to it. But we're going to get over end of school year graduation party type stuff first. Yeah. So,
Yes.
and that works. That really
And,
works.
yeah. And that Japanese show is going to be, it's not going to be any just one thing. We're going to go from spiritual to practical to
Yep.
hilarious to
Uh-huh. Yep. There you go. There you go. And all right, Paul, you made a decision last night at supper where this is going. Just met up recently with his high school girlfriend, reconnected
oh,
after many years, and they kind of took a trip to California together. But he's decided that they're just going to stay as best friends. And you know what? That's okay because best friends are hard to find, Paul.
yeah.
So our best to you and Lillian, and we're just happy you're happy. Whatever it is you do is okay with us. Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Heading back home today? Okay. Well, have a really good trip back to Pennsylvania from California. Hello, Suzanne. It's nice to see you. Hello, Michelle. Yeah. Who else snuck in? All right, everybody's looking forward to it. All right. Well, I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear that.
It's going
Yeah,
to be fun.
it's going to be nice. It's going to be 86 here today, and we haven't even hit summer yet. You have
Right.
an outdoor party, I hope.
We're having an outdoor party. Yep.
All
And
outdoor?
so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
taking a tent as well,
Okay.
just to
Yeah.
have some, a little bit of shade.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, Pacific Northwest, this is really hot. We
It is for us. Yeah.
hardly ever get maybe 3 days above the 80s. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember when I first moved here, the summer of 2008, because I moved in late December of 7, and it was like 110 or something. It was like one of those, and we had no AC.
Yeah.
Because some of the houses don't have them here. They don't need it.
Yeah.
And, but it's very rare.
Yeah, my house doesn't have air conditioning, but it mostly stays very, very cool.
Yeah, mostly does. You're right. So hello, Miss Sherlock and Lena coming in from your channel, and Amanda and artist Liz. And it's wonderful. Yes, Lena, we are today taking questions, actually. Usually we don't, because I usually center more on discussions. But we decided that's what we want to do. And then later in the month, Terry and I will be doing a discussion type thing. So yeah. So go ahead and put them in. And anybody here that's currently in LA? Maybe Paul's near LA. Anyway, I hope you're safe. And sending you lots of white light protection. And hello to Leah. It's nice to see you too. I thought cherry blossoms when thinking of Japan.
Yeah. That's always the first thought.
Yeah, it is. I remember I actually had a Japanese pen pal, and this was in 1965, 66, and her name was Yumiko or Yumiko. I don't know how you say it, but and she lived in Gifken.
Oh,
do you know where that is?
Gifu Ken. So because it says Ken, it's like the county.
Oh, okay.
It's a province.
Nakawaka or Naka something city in Gifu.
Yeah, I don't know all the cities. So.
I know. I'm sure you don't. But,
probably.
Yeah, but that woman would probably be about 72 now. So we wrote to each other for a very long time. Very long time. Yeah. But wonderful, wonderful pen pal that I had at the time. Hello to Lauren. Sonia, I'm glad you're here for this live as well. And Carl, you can put it in. We're having some we're having questions today, Carl. So you did come. Hello, Anya. Hello. Hypnicity. It's nice to see you looking for your message. You didn't get it answered the other day. We'll do it. Michelle, a second time you applied. Oh, Julianne. General reading. Wow. All right, put them in. We'll see.
Paul has something. Disneyland, getting to the airport. Oh, they're safe. They got there. They're good.
Okay, dear. Oh, that's good. Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Iron Fire Horse. Nice to see you. Rising Phoenix, I see your question. Carl, I'm just going to click here because I know you'll have a question. And oh, here it is. You already put it up. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah.
I noticed Maureen Domenico is in the audience. I haven't.
Oh, hello, dear. It's wonderful to see you. Yes, Maureen. She's been through quite an ordeal. She had her teeth removed and such, and now she has to have another medical. And then her mother fell down. It's just, too much stuff. And the good news about Amanda is that she has a job at a preschool. Isn't that wonderful? All right. So we got 11 questions. I'm going to say that probably will be enough for us today. And because, all right. We'll, some people may not get read. I have to just say that. Terry's going to make some food before she goes to her graduation party. And so we got to hang out of here as quickly as possible at the time that it comes. So, yeah. And I got to go up to, actually going to go up to Redmond today and see my daughter. So, all right. I want to put up questions closed, little ticker here, even though no one seems to really see it or read it. All right. Questions closed. That's too big. Now that everyone would see, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Sorry.
Right.
I can't find I'm going to put this up. All right. Request closed. All right. There you go.
Okay. There we go.
I know, everybody. I know. All right. So love you both, Leah. Thank you, dear. Yeah. Oh, I know everything's going to be all right, Maureen, because we're sending you lots of love and lots of good juju. So there
Yes,
you
Maureen.
go. Well, all right. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Lena's here, and she's the first in line. I don't know if have you been streaming some from Japan when you were there?
Yes. So
Okay.
last time I was in Japan, not this time, but last time I was in IT jail. I could not stream one damn thing.
Oh.
I I if I was not at Wi-Fi, my whatever was happening on my phone would drain all my gigabytes. I mean,
Oh no.
like
Oh.
I would get a SIM card, like 50 gigabytes, and it would be drained in 2 weeks. And I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have done anything. And I think what's happening is our phones and how they sync with data and stuff is changing. And it
Mm-hmm.
affected me. So this time I was actually able to stream a little bit. And so what I would do is I could do little lives. And so I
Uh-huh.
would just take you with me. So I have
Oh
about five of
wow.
them where I
Good.
am walking to the grocery store. I take
Yes,
you to
I
the
did see
grocery
some of those.
store.
I love that.
And then I go to this shrine that's I've always wanted to walk through those torii gates, where they
Yes.
have a path and there's many, many orange gates. Always
Yeah.
wanted to do that. And then had the brilliant idea of let's take everybody with me, not realizing that the torii gates went to the top of a mountain.
Oh
I
no.
huffed and puffed. It's on tape. I huffed and
Puffing
puffed
and
my way
puffing.
up that mountain. And
That's
then
funny.
trying to explain some spiritual things as I was going, the Japanese
Sure.
spiritual things,
Yeah.
as
Oh,
I
you outdid
find my
yourself
breath.
there. I probably would have chickened out and said, sorry guys, this is it.
Well,
Anyway.
I did at the very top, and I probably shouldn't have. I was just a few minutes away from the top, but I couldn't see the top. It was so high. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh my God.
okay. I want to shout out to Priscilla. I believe that's you. Crone Zone, welcome. Thanks for being here. And if Heather is here, hello, Heather. No, not going to leave her out. Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, finances for Lena is the first
Okay.
question. Okay.
Okay. Might take a moment for the first one. I'm
Yep.
going to just
Yep. I'm
blend
going to
with
do some
Nina's
cards.
spirit.
Yep. All right.
And I also want to let you know, Lena, the future is not written. So any
True.
kind of changes in decisions can change
Can
this. So,
change the outcome. You're right. You're right.
but I'll just see if I can get any general information on it.
Okay. Yeah. I have the rosary, which is silly because a lot of people say, I'm not Catholic. What it's
Mm,
reminding you is to have faith
mm,
that everything's going to be okay, and to put your faith into the belief, but then let it go. Don't hold on to it too tightly, Lena. You got to let it go because there is always good and bad experiences, and that's the same with money. Sometimes it flows and sometimes it doesn't flow. Then I get the Buddha on the other side of this. Oh my goodness. 2 faith cards is what I get for you, Lena. Up and
mhm.
down, but have faith. That's what I get.
So, Lena, as I asked to kind of see your path, I think Ally's reading is very good idea. So I'm just seeing that you're going to do well, but it's up and down. It's up and down, little teeny
Mhm,
hits. I think all of us are kind of in the same boat. We don't really know what's going to happen because of what's going on politically.
mhm,
Um, so I think the very best thing to do is have faith and
yeah,
to make smart moves
mhm,
and to just realize that it's regular life goes up and down, okay?
yeah.
Just little teeny stumbling stones. So it's no big deal. Um, but I would have faith and I would definitely always make some smart moves. Don't do anything out of fear. Do
Right.
not. Like don't say, oh my
No.
God, I gotta move all my 401k to somewhere else. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
slow things down, okay? Slow it
And
down.
that's for everybody,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's
Yeah.
everybody. That's a pretty much how it's going to go.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lena. I hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. Next, we have Leah, who would love to hear from her sister and Sharon in spirit. Okay. Sorry you lost your sister, Leah. Yeah. Hi, Karen.
Oh. Now, I don't exactly know if Sharon was exactly this way in life, but she comes in fast and strong and happy. She's been over there a little while, so if she wasn't so happy in life, she's much improved. They never show me like what they looked like when they died. They show me their happiest place in life, kind of, and she looks to be about in her 30s. She's got this blonde page boy, a little bit like what my hair looks like, but it's blonde. And okay, so Sharon, what do you want to tell Leah? Okay, Sharon liked secrets. I bet she just loved when you guys were together to whisper in your ear something because she comes close to me, but not me. She's come close to you. And she's like, sweetie, it's all going to be okay. I can see what's happening over here. Everything's okay. And, she's saying, you guys got all write it out, but it's actually going to be okay. And she actually would like you to call upon her spirit and her very hopefulness. She's got a real hopefulness about her. And it's almost as if she's kind of telling me she's on your team like a spirit guide. Maybe not a permanent one, but it's almost like, I can help you through all the different things that are going to be happening. I want you to be happy. And so go ahead and do your reading, and then let's talk about this a second, because I got a lot to say about that right now.
Okay. The first thing I get is either she was your compass or you were hers. I'm not quite sure.
They were close.
You're very close. Yeah. You just like you worked together on things, whether you knew it or not. And she also says you were the first, or she was the first, or maybe you both were the first to come to the defense of the other. So if somebody was, being nasty or whatever, don't you screw with my sister, that kind of thing. Yeah. And then I get beautiful love, faith. She says, have faith and forgive. But look at the card I got last. She says, you care so well for others, not just animals, but people and elementals and everything that's around you. And she's applauding you, and she's patting you on the head for it. It's like, thank you, sis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I just want to talk about happiness just a little bit, happiness and joy.
Yep. Because
it's really important. Right now, the United States is kind of going through the dark night of the soul. It's not a one-time thing. We do this from time to time in our lives, and right now they're going through that. And I was just in a meditation with some ladies, and this is something that that the spirits talk to us about, that the dark night of the soul is like surgery. It's like this surgical precision that takes you so deep into the grief, into the trouble.
Yep.
And
this question really is being answered. I just want to, that's why it's
good. Yeah. And
okay.
It feels like you're never going to leave that. Because it's so surgically precision. You're just there. You're dealing with grief and worry and anxiety, and your own part in it. It just feels like you're not going to get out of that crevasse. Let's just
Right.
call it that. But
Yep.
one thing that I learned this weekend, and I learned in this thing, there are some things to combat this, because the reality is most of the time, we never dwell there for very long, because something happiness and joy can yank you right out of there.
Yep.
What
True.
do they call it? Yeet. It can yeet you right out of there.
Yep. Yep.
And it was very interesting. I did a reading not this weekend, last weekend at a fair, and the person I was reading looked really down. I mean, low vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly a new spirit guide wanted to be read. They jumped forward, like, yeah, introduce me.
Uh-huh.
And
Yep. Wow.
I won't give away everything because I'm saving it for Priscilla's show. But basically, they said, we are responsible for happiness and joy.
Oh,
And they're like, we want you to be happy. We want you to
right.
enjoy it. That's what yanks us out of these. That when we spot just a little bit of happiness and joy, we're kind of removed from that surgical precision and
Mm-hmm.
put out there. And so there's three things to get you out of the night of the soul.
Yeah.
First of all, you got to go in there and learn. It's just
Yep.
a learning process. It's a journey.
Right. It is
But
a
then
journey.
look for happiness, look for joy, and also, geez, why the next one's action. Action. Get up, turn on some music and dance. Go put your hands under cold water and shake it off. It's
Have more fun.
action.
Right.
Yes, have
Yeah.
more fun.
Yeah.
People, in fact, Sunsai Jean just did a teaching on ascension, and people absolutely discount how much having fun is part of your ascension journey. It's part of a transport. It's as good as meditation.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Yeah.
it's not to
Yep.
be poo-pooed.
That's right. And I told Terry before we came on, oh my God. And what do I put all my cards back in, and every day when I pull a card out, this is what comes out: chaos, drama, and turmoil.
Mm.
And I'm not making this up. It just came out again. It wasn't from earlier, but
Right.
I got this first. So as a way of mitigating chaos and drama, we need to have more fun. We need to
Right.
certainly understand that we don't want to just like tune ourselves out completely from what's going on, because that would be stupid. But then look what it is. It says here, do the work and you'll be rewarded for your effort. And that's in happiness as well as standing up to something in your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that goes right along with what Terry had to say today
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
those are the
actually,
three
thank
keys
you,
that get
Liz.
us.
Yeah. Go ahead, Terry. I'm sorry.
No, those are the three keys: happiness, joy, and action. Doing
And
something.
that's right.
And
That's right.
fun. That action
And
hopefully
fun.
is fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And thank you for asking the question, because it is on a lot of people's minds today, Liz. So
Yeah.
this is it. But we can only be responsible for our reaction.
Yeah.
But if there's enough people reacting a certain way,
Yeah.
things tip
Right.
over. Yeah.
And just remember that fun, that happiness, that joy, that
Yep.
is also what eliminates, the chaos can't feed off of that, and it
Right.
dies.
Right.
So I
That's
think
very
that,
true. That's very
yeah.
true. Yep. All right, everybody. So I'm reading randomly. I'm going to try to get to everybody, so don't get worried. Sonia, I don't believe, has had a reading for a very
Oh,
long time, so I
good.
would like to put her in there. And then Rising Phoenix, you'll be next. Just let us know you're here when we call your name. All right.
Oh, Sonia. So as I tune into your spirit, kind of tune into your spirit guide team and stuff, the first thing I heard rather loudly actually was, a new day is dawning. And the new day just looks beautiful. Really is this new sunset, this new hopefulness. And your guides are kind of standing in front of me, and so their cloak, is kind of in front of me, blocking the view just a tidge, just a tidge. And but what is interesting is the cloak is an aquamarine color, a really light aquamarine. And it's so funny because I just went to a fair where all the hundreds of crystal booths, and every reading I got had a crystal in it, which is not usually my thing, but this aquamarine color, this aquamarine crystal keeps showing up, and it's one of joy and happiness. It's one of calm serenity. And that's what this new day dawning just feels like, calm serenity. So
Wow,
just,
that's
I
beautiful.
hope, yeah.
Oh. I'm getting the word forge for you. And what I love about this is that steel is forged. So they're
Mhm.
telling you to steel yourself for what might be coming, but not in a way that is scary. It's just like stand up, put your shoulders back, and know you're in going to deal with whatever rift might come. There might be something that comes that separates you from something that that you need to mend, but
Mhm.
that rift actually is going to bring you the freedom that you've been looking for. And I love this because I love carousels.
Mm,
Oh my goodness. Look at the carousel. Think as a
yeah.
child. Think as a child. Live in and enjoy your inner child. And it says, make sure you realize that we all have to balance our ups and downs. And I just love this. He is balancing it. He's got one earth that's down, but he's balancing the other one on his finger. So how beautiful is that?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
really
was struck by that one card, the card that looks like a rift in the universe.
yeah. You like that one?
What I'm struck by is, even though the colors I was seeing were much lighter,
Uh-huh.
that's kind of what I
That's
saw
the
when they
color.
said new day dawning. That's kind of what
Yeah.
I saw. So
Oh, wow. And hypnicity says it's about purity and calming. Beautiful.
yeah.
That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, hypnicity. Yeah, that's wonderful. All right. Thank you, Sonia. Okay, so we have Rising Phoenix looking for a message from Aunt Johanna. I'm guessing, or yeah, I think it's probably Johanna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Okay. Rising. Well, she's coming through rather happy and joyful too. I have a feeling this is going to be a theme over there, that they're all kind of very happy and joyous right now for some reason. And so she's commenting on your screen name, Rising Phoenix. She's saying, "Oh, that is you." But I mean, that's she's showing me how that you rise, you're so happy, and then you go down in ashes once in a while.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
Aunt Johanna, tell me about that. She says it's just the way of the earth, the way of the world. It's not the way over here, but it's just the way that you learn. We're all here supporting you. Nobody is judging when you go down in ashes, when you feel like, oh dang, I've just done everything wrong. She said, nobody's judging you. You're the only one judging you hard. She's like,
Mhm.
let it go, shake it off, laugh at yourself a little bit. Don't take it quite so seriously, she said.
Mm. All right.
She said, I love you so much. I'm sending lots of love all the time. Yeah. That's what she says.
Okay. Did she like believe in this rising phoenix? Because either she didn't and she thinks this is like a Ouija board, or she's making a reference that, haha, I can even talk to you now. I don't know. But whenever I get this, it's kind of like, hey, what am I doing here? It's like a real person Ouija board. It's amazing, you know. So, but she's recognizing your hard work at what you're doing. She says all the labor intensive things you've been doing in your life, you know, is recognized. And oh, I'm glad it was that Terri gave you a meaningful message. That's wonderful. Did she like to play like board games, card games? I don't know. I'm getting a player, but not in the sense of a man that plays around with other women. Because this card's here, so I'm getting that maybe she liked to play some games. I don't know. But look at this. She says, I'm sending you some creative, inspired ideas. She says, just ask me. I got a whole bunch of them. And all you have to do is ask, and I'll drop them. I'll download them for you. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing her with us. She's really
she's very delightful. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very delightful. Oh, yeah. Oh, she was so happy that you asked. Yeah. Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah. Yep. Very much so. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's go into this one. Miss Sherlock wonders if Chuck realizes he treated you badly. Is Chuck alive or on the other side, Miss Sherlock? It's good to know.
Yeah, that would be, because I really don't like answering these kinds of questions very much. But I mean, I'll look at it. But it would be nice to know if he's on the other side or here.
On the other side, yeah. Because if he is, he does realize it. And if he isn't, he probably doesn't realize it. That's my thought right away. But yeah. So if you could put that in, Sherlock, that would be great. It helps us.
It kind of doesn't matter if she puts it in. The answer, I'm getting the answer right away without even getting too much into this. I heard right away, this is a contract. So something's contractual here, where that you asked him to be this way so you could learn something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what the learning
is. He is alive. Okay. Yeah. He's alive.
Okay. So that's what I got. So, so in these kind of cases where somebody's really treated you quite badly, and you know, try your darndest to just forgive them, forgive yourself too, and to look for the meaning. Look for why did your soul need to experience this? Where is the growth or the knowledge that you need? Because that makes it goes faster. Like I find in my own life, if I've ever had a really bad boss that really is bad, I can get over it faster if I look for what did I contract to learn here, you know, and it helps a lot. So Miss says, how about how is he? How is he now? I won't look at that. Sorry. That's kind of in his business. So
yeah, because it's a third party and he didn't say it was okay. Yeah. Again,
and the thing is it's not that I won't read on things like that. It's just this is too public.
I get you. You know what would really be helpful for you, Miss Sherlock, is to find out in the Akashic records what your contract was with him in the past, in this lifetime. That's going to give you more clarity. So I just wanted to make sure you got read. Yeah.
She's so mad it didn't work out.
Oh, sorry. You got to let it go, babe. Yeah, you got to let it go.
Yeah.
I've had those myself. But you know what I found later on? It probably wouldn't have worked out well. And that I'm not saying that about you and that person, but you know, those things do happen. Yeah.
Just remember, you are completely whole and you're worthy.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, dear. All right. Brenda T. The next person I have is Hypnicity. And then we'll do Carl. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Brenda. Thanks, Ignis.
So, Brenda, I was kind of blending with your spirit, going up and trying to see. And I asked, because it's a general reading, I asked your spirit team, what does Brenda need to know right now? And immediately I saw this hot, it's blue, but for some reason, what I think I mean by hot is fierce wind just hitting you from them. And they're pushing this wind at you. It's the winds of change. And okay, so what does she need to know? They're trying to move you forward spiritually. You're not resisting them, so that's good. That's good. But they want you to trust the process that's going on. Trust the process because they have your very best interests at heart. But there is some wind, spiritual wind, pushing you down your path towards the future a little bit more. So. Tell me, spiritual team, a little bit more about what else do you want her to know about this wind, about these changes? They're just showing me that these changes are good, that they're enhancing your imagination. I mean, even in your screen name, you have imagination in there. And that would lead me to believe you're probably clairvoyant. And so I think that this wind of change also is probably enhancing that. Is that the case? Yes. So they're just bringing enhancements to your gifts.
There you go. Oh my God, Brenda, I got some interesting cards for you. I have, first of all, there's something that you need to walk away from that isn't for you, whatever it is that you may be holding you back. However, they're saying that this will be a pickup healing, and will, because you are going through those ascension symptoms is what they're saying, and you are completing the cycle. So you are right there, girl. You are right there. You got to, maybe this is leaving behind 3D, and it's going to push you forward. But the brain fog and the headaches, we're all kind of going through that right now with a lot of, and the solar storms. But I love that you're completing the cycle, which means to me in this case, ascension. Yeah. Good growth. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So somebody's going to turn 65 this month and would love a message. I think you said it was the 25th, right? Hypnicity.
Okay.
I think so. June 25th. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're being so serious and so cheeky at the same time. So I see on your path of life, I see all of your guides setting up a table, a long table with many legs, and they're getting ready for a party. And of course, that, probably a birthday party. They're getting ready for the party, and I'm like, okay, so what party is this? What's going on here? And they're like, we're going to party over here. They're celebrating your birthday too. And so at first it seemed very serious, and then I hear that music, it's your birthday. We're gonna party. You know, that song, that funny song.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
your birthday, and so they're going to be celebrating with you.
Mhm.
Would you tell me, team, what does 65 bring for Nilani? Okay, I got to take a deep breath here. So, Nilani, your spiritual path is going to deepen in this year of 65.
Mm.
Your it seems like it feels like some path opens up for you, something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. The glimmers, the opening part to allow you to do that is starting to open. And in some ways it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't seem like this is the year to start something new or to do something newish, but there's something opening up on your path. There's something, the seeds are being planted now. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I have some very interesting cards myself. They go right along with what you have. They're saying you've navigated through life so well. You followed your light and the light of that is around you. And I love this card. And you've navigated yourself before through chaos, and you're still navigating yourself. And even though, there might be some thunderstorms, some things that may come up, you're working through it. You're getting through it. And what this has done for you is create more power. And I love this because look at the pyramids all over the tree. It's like you are not only ascending, but you're also connecting with nature, with the sun, with the elements, everything. 65 is a very powerful
Mm.
year. And they
Mhm.
said, this is what they said. And this, when Terri said they're kind of being cheeky, stop procrastinating and wasting time. You're
Oh,
65.
well, that's good information for all of us.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, it is. We can't procrastinate when we only have, well, we have more than one life, but we just don't know it yet. We have to work with this one, the one we're in.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah. So you have a happy birthday,
yeah.
Nalani.
Happy birthday, Nilani.
Yeah. All right. So this man is telling me that he hasn't heard from you since December 16th. That's how long ago. He's keeping track. So he wonders if
From me
his
or from his
any
masters?
well, no, he said in another
Yeah.
another post
Okay.
that you personally.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
Carl, let's see. May we hear from the masters or any of my pesky guides who want to smack me awake? Okay, hang on. Let me just tune into your spirit a second. Okay, we're going Akashic on this. Okay. Carl, do I have permission to read to work with your Akashic records? So, just say yes in the chat real quick. Okay. I have a feeling it's going to be yes anyway, because
Oh
you said,
yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
can I hear from the masters? Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, dear Akashic record master Carl, we're back here in his Akashic record. Okay. What do you want to tell Carl? What's the most important thing he needs to know right now? And he says, even if it's kind of a slap in the face a bit. Okay.
Mm.
So, Carl, one of the first things they want me to tell you is that the Akashic Records Masters are always loving. in your case, they can be a little bit cheeky, but in general, if anybody's ever reading the Akashic Records and they get something really mean or nasty, you are not in the Akashic Records.
That's right.
In their case, they can be a little more cheeky with you because you're a little cheeky with them. But also, your spirit can stand it, they say. That they're saying you're not a weakling. You're not a newbie. You've been around a bit. Okay. So what does Carl need to know? What's the most important thing? Okay, they're not letting go of this happiness and joy thing. They're saying, Carl, stop discounting happiness and joy. Stop thinking that everything's got to be a thing. Everything's got to be chaos. Everything's got to be against you. Stop it. You move forward on happiness and joy as well. We want you to use that noggin. And in this case, they're talking about your actual head and brain, but they're talking, I perceive they're talking about your imagination, about your connection to spirit. Use what you got. Oh, okay. They're saying call. So they've been saying this a lot recently, but they're saying protect your energies a little bit. And what they want you to do is maybe when you wake up, maybe before you go to sleep, they want you to call back your energy to you. So all you do is I usually wake up, I thank the creator for another day, and then I call, because you're in charge of this part, not them.
Right.
I call back all energy that is mine, and I release back to the creator all energy that is not mine. And I do this in the morning. You can do this in the before you go to bed too, because we use our energy with the people around us or doing things, and then we accidentally pick up other energies too that can drag us down. So I think a steady diet of that, trying to work that in on a daily basis if you can would be very helpful.
Yep.
And they show me that like it's a way to unlock your imagination, unlock your connection. Okay.
All right. And all I got, Carl, was trust your guardian owl. It's like the wisdom owl, and trust your own instincts is, I think, what they're trying to say.
And Carl, the other thing I saw when I was hanging out in your records, I've seen there's 3 letters that you have to open, and they're on pillars. And I saw one of your Akashic Records masters nudge the 3rd pillar, like he was going to knock it over or something. He's not. He's just reminding you that you have a job here to do, to get to the point that you can read that letter. So.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Play, love, remember. What would my rainbow dragon like to share with me? All right. Okay.
Oh, how interesting. So your rainbow dragon took me to a place in Japan to remind it. Basically, they were trying to, put an image in my mind. And when I was in Japan this time, I went to see the Daikanon. And the Daikanon is a goddess in Japan, and everybody likes to make statues of her. And there in Sendai, there's a tall, huge Daikanon statue, and you can go into it. And I went there this time. And the Daikanon, she is the goddess of, health, happiness, and pets. Very much about the pets. And at the base of this statue, she has 33 faces, 33 things she cares about. And on the statue, on these 33, I didn't take pictures of everything, but I took a picture of a lot of it. So I'm going to show you real quick as best I can. This is the Daikanon.
Ooh, beautiful.
She's holding a gem and a little, it's hard to see because I'm shaking, the base of wisdom, but she, in her 33 faces, she has a rainbow in some of them. And the rainbow, let's see, can we see that? Do you see the rainbow behind her in one of these?
Uh-huh.
So your dragon is showing me that rainbow. It's inhabiting that rainbow, those colors. Okay, so rainbow dragon. Thank you for showing me that. So now I can really see you well. What does Play Love Remember need to know? What would you like to share today? Go with the flow. And what I see this rainbow dragon in these tendrils of this color, kind of flowing along, picking up your spirit and kind of taking it on a ride, going with it. Go with the flow.
Beautiful.
Trust that the universe has your best interests in mind. Really maybe even Google the Daikanon and look at what this goddess cares about, because they want you to really inhabit these virtues.
Ooh,
the virtues of love, the virtues of health, the virtues of pets. Realize that sometimes you have to ride. We always feel like we're striving, we're drinking, working so hard. And they're saying, just realize sometimes you got to ride, you got to rest and ride. And so they're really calling you to rest and ride with them.
Wow. That's amazing, because one of my cards kind of says that. So the first one is opportunities are coming your way. New doors are going to open up. And of course, that could be a very spiritual card. And that will bring you through a change or transformation, which is beautiful. But look at this. Do not succumb to the fatigue. It says you're running on empty. So just exactly what Terri says, or Terri's guides say. Sometimes you got to ride. You don't want to push. Sometimes you got to just get on the back of that dragon and ride. So beautiful. Thank you so much. I love this question. Amanda has a few child spirits at the preschool. They play little tricks. She wonders if you know anything about that.
Okay. I will tune into that because that sounds very fun, actually.
It does sound fun. And Amanda, her energy is perfect for this job. She's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, they love that you're working there. They love that they're there, because not everybody knows that. Okay, so these child spirits at this daycare, could you come forward and talk to me a little bit about what's going on here? They said, we've been waiting for a person with a very playful spirit to come along. We're really quite thrilled. Children, have you already gone over to the other side and been processed, or are you like stuck there? Stuck. Okay, so the thing is they have not ascended into heaven and come back. They can do that. And so, Amanda, if you want to help them, you may.
You've been talking to them. Yeah.
Yeah. Just sometime when you're alone, you can just say, children, would you like to go back, meet the Creator, fulfill your journey. And if you want to come back and hang out with me, you may.
Yeah.
And just see what they say. Give them the opportunity to do that. If they indeed are welcome, then let them know they're welcome. I've been telling them they can go or stay. Good. I'll tell you just a little story about, I was at a fair, I was reading somebody, and she was clearly a psychic medium and didn't quite know it. And she had this little girl hanging out with her that had been hanging out for quite a while. The little girl was probably 2 years old when she died. She left the house with the wrong kind of clothing on, and she succumbed to the weather. And she was in this ridiculous outfit where she had a tutu on, some winter boots, but bare legs, and and kind of like a little fuzzy jacket, very pink. Everything was pink, and I think she snuck outside. I think she got overcome by the cold and died. And that little girl had been pleasantly hanging out with her, talking to her. Everything was copacetic, and then she had asked me to look at what about this little girl. Is this really true? And so I talked to the little girl, and then as I was talking about the process of going ahead, going to the light, meeting the Creator, you can come back if you want, and the first thing the little girl asked me is, she said, "Hey, if I do that, because I've been seeing the light, I just haven't gone, do I have to keep wearing this outfit?" And I said, "No, you can do anything you want." And she took off. I had given the girl, the lady I was reading, well, you can help her, or you can make the decision. And then no, she could not. I'm like, oh, too late, she's gone. She left immediately. She did not want to be wearing that outfit.
That's
So
awesome.
sometimes, so be sensitive to what you're, just telling them they can come or go is not enough. Maybe you need to tell them that then they get their choice of toys, they get their choice of whatever, whatever it is that might make them say, hey, because I would be willing to bet they probably see the light. Tell them to look for a little pinhole of light, and it will get bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Good, Amanda. Thank you.
Yeah. I got the same thing. I got Seasons of Change. They're like, oh, look who walked in the door. Oh my God, we can jump in the leaves if we want to,
Right. They get to do what they want to, but at the speed, they're just kind of stuck.
Yeah. They say they're way down there. They're way down, but they're really happy that you're there because you can lighten them up. You can send them along. But look at them. It's like packing for something and packing too much stuff and then not being able to carry it all,
Right.
But
and look at that ridiculous outfit on there.
They also want you to tell them about self-love and how important it is that they are loved, but they must love themselves. And if that means they should just grab their teddy bear or whatever, that to help them do that, that's what I'm getting. Oh, that's just so wonderful. Those are the inner child cards, and I think they're perfect for this reading. Oh, good, Amanda. That's nice. It's nice your director might be open to hearing about that. I love that. I
Yeah.
know the card is great, isn't it?
What I'm struck by is the beings on the card are dressed a little ridiculously.
Yes, they are.
The
Yeah.
girl.
It's a bunny, and they're dressed in, like kids would dress, like
Yeah.
one pair of socks is white and one's black or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this is our last one for today. I'm sorry if we didn't get to everybody. But Anya is needing some encouraging words from her dad, Sven, to send her off. I'm going to kick your butt, is what he's saying. Oh, gosh.
So Anja's dad, please come and give Anja a message. And if you want to bring all the males over there to give the message, that's okay. Okay, Anja, before I even got in contact with your spirit, I already saw your team over there. I saw your dad, but it's not just your dad. There's a whole crowd of male energy over there. They could be grandfathers, they could be uncles, they could be that. But there's also Jesus. I saw Jesus in the crowd. So it's all the male energy that supports you. So, dad and team, Anja would like some encouraging words. She needs some motivation. She wants to get off her butt. And he says, Anja, darling, first of all, you're judging yourself too hard. Sometimes we have times of rest. Sometimes you are put in stillness so that you can hear us and so you can learn. But my dear, you need to know that we all love you and support you. And I will give you those encouraging words. You can do it. You know how. Follow the path of happiness, joy, and action. They said, in your case, the most important part is action. Go run your hands under the cold water to feel the cold, shake them off, turn on some music, dance around the house, or go outside and listen to some birds. Do some action. Even if you feel it's silly stuff, do a little bit of action to move yourself forward, to get yourself out of this funk. Okay. Okay, Jesus, do you have any words too? Is there any particular words you'd like to say to her? He says, my dearest one, if you can just reach for a tiny bit of happiness and joy or this action, I will multiply it like the fish and the bread. I will multiply it for you.
Beautiful.
Just go. Just go ahead. Just know that we love you and support you, and you have all this male energy behind you. So think of us as the divine masculine, helping you get the energy and the motion to go ahead.
Perfect. Okay. Wow. All right. So he said, you know what we had to survive. There you are with your arm around, or maybe it's mom and dad. I don't know. They're saying, we lived in a time when we had to get through and we had to survive, and we did it together. And I'm not getting that this card meaning that he was an academic or you are. I'm getting school yourself into figuring out the next step, because it's waiting for you. And today is not getting any longer. It's only getting shorter, at this point. And then he says, It's only your perception. And perception isn't always correct.
It's true.
So you have to change your perception of something. And getting off your butt is probably what he wants you to do. Wow. Yep, the masculine energy is what you need. Well, it's there. Just call on it. Call on it, Anya. That's all you need to do, dear. Yeah. Well, we had quite the day. I'm sorry we didn't get to everybody. Thank you all for being here. And Terri, it's so good to have you back. Everybody has been enjoying your readings and getting goosebumps. So it's awesome.
Thank you for having me. And I'm looking so forward to our Japanese show. It's going to be fun.
It will be fun. Yeah. We'll let you guys know when the time comes. In the meantime, have yourselves all a beautiful afternoon or evening, wherever you are. And please know that Terri and I send you hugs. Be positive. Be positive. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.